Artale is an old-school MapleStory server in MapleStory Worlds. I played this game as a kid, so when I heard about its release, I had to try it again. I'll be spending 24 hours in the game to see how far I can get from starting as a level 1 beginner. So, let's begin this adventure. Alright, so our journey begins in a place called Maple Island, and I perfectly rolled my stats so that I only have like 4 int and 4 luck, and mostly would be focused on dexterity and strength since we're going for a bowman. So the usual start of any beginner, we do most of the tutorial quests, speak to a bunch of NPCs, teaching us how to heal, how to kill monsters, distributing stats and everything, until we eventually get strong enough to go to a place called Victoria Island. Probably the fastest way to reach level 10 is to do all the quests in Maple Island. And once we reach level 10, we head straight to South Perry, where we speak to a guy here called Shanks, not the red-haired Shanks we know. Anyways, now we go to Victoria Island. So before I go to Hennessy and become a bowman, I spoke to Olaf right here because he gives like 100 pieces of HP and mana potions for beginner. That's a really good boost because we don't have money right now. I then spoke with an NPC right here called Phil. He is basically the taxi for Lith Harbor. And it's always great that beginners have a 90% discount because we really can't afford the fare for taxi. So I reach a place where I can be an archer. And now with my 25 dex and level 10, I am now an archer. I then picked up some training quests from Athena Pierce. So surely this quest will help us gain doing quests will basically help us get money and experience. So it's always good to do quests. Also, quests helps a lot to give fun on trying to kill random enemies in this game rather than just grinding a single enemy. I received 20,000 mesos upon changing my job to an archer. So I guess this is my allowance since the NPC knows I'm very poor. So I bought myself a bow, an arrow, and how ammunition works in Artale is it's unlimited. So you only need to buy it once or get it once from monsters. And because it's unlimited, it's very rare. I guess they made the drop rate really low. I also bought myself some basic armor, so we have some weapon defense against monsters, so we don't need to use that much potions. Anyway, since we're still a fledgling archer, I decided to just use my skill as a beginner called Throw Snail Shell. It's pretty powerful, and I think I'm gonna continue doing this until a higher level. I feel like my damage with a bow at the moment would be really low, so I'd prefer just using the skill instead since we also have a bunch of mana potion. Maybe once our double shot skill reaches a certain level, I will use the bow. Because yeah, look at the damage. 4. It's pretty random. Sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's, a lot, 30. Because we currently don't have any skill called bow mastery, so it's way better to just use the skill called Throw Snail Shell. So yeah, for the first quest that the bow instructor gave us was just to kill about 16 slimes and then we return to her. The annoying thing about this is she's very far. I hate going back and forth from this place, but we don't really have a choice at the moment. Although I forgot, but I can grab myself a piece of metal from the Emissary of Honor. So this metal gives 50 HP and 50 MP. That's pretty useful as a beginner. Also, the reward for the quest is 30 pieces potion plus 1000 experience, which I gained a level and I'm now level 11. And I went to this place called an empty house. It's a hidden street area in Hennessy. So I wanted to grind at these mushroom in hopes that I can get a 10% dex, or 10% shoes for jump scroll, which can be sold at the store for 200k. So that will give us a boost on our money power so we can buy a bunch of equipment. We stayed here for a while. I even reached level 12 just grinding these mushrooms out. So the very first skill I prioritized was to max my double shot so we have some DPS going. I eventually reached level 13 here, but RNG wasn't very nice to us at all. Still no scroll. I then decided to go back to the slimes and focus on my quests. Also, I picked up a bunch of other quests that I wanted to do because, yeah, like I said earlier, I eventually made it my goal to do every quest that is available so I don't get bored killing the same thing over and over again. So pretty happy that there are orange mushrooms up here so I can still have a chance of getting that 10% shoes for jump scroll that I can sell. But I swear to God, I'm poor. I need something to sell. When I last played this as a kid, I never really did any quests. So I guess this is a new experience for me for doing these quests on this run now that I'm pretty old. So I never really thought that quests are actually amazing. It gives you like a goal in mind to kill monsters and grab their loot. Also, it gives like a lot of benefits like potion, experience points, and items. These training quests are just amazing. It gives so much potions that we will need later once, you know, we've run out of our beginner potion. So for the training session number 3, we need to kill about 65 slimes. And I hate that there's just a little amount of spawn here. So it's gonna take a while to finish this. Just hoping that it won't reach a point where we'll need to kill like 100 slimes. Because honestly, I'm starting to get tired of these slimes after killing them repeatedly. Also, the travel back and forth to the NPC is pretty long. Our grinding so far to level 14 is pretty rewarding. I got like a bunch of equipments that I can sell to NPC. So I would have a budget to buy new gears, like a new bow. Maybe not the armor because I'm not really that rich, but I will focus on increasing my attack damage so we can kill more monsters more efficiently. Anyways, I'm so weak against these green mushrooms, but I needed to kill them in order to, I guess, spawn the other monsters below. I don't really know how monster spawn works, but I believe that the more a monster is on an area, it means that they have taken like the monster spawn amount in a map. So yeah, I need to clean up these monsters up here and also down below where there's only like snails and mushrooms. I then decided to visit like hunting ground number 2 where there was this warrior with random name and just teleporting everywhere. Like, what the hell am I watching right now? Are these the so-called infamous bots in the game? They don't take damage, they teleport everywhere. What? But I'm just happy that I discovered a lot of slimes up here because the respawning point of the slimes in Hennessy Hunting Ground 1 was pretty bad. Look at that. This guy has like a twinsies up there. Damn, they wear like the same armor and he's like level 33. What is this? Won't let them ruin my fun of enjoying a Maple Story, so I just minded my own business and continued killing monsters. If ever there's like a game master who's watching this right now, yeah, ban them. Because look how annoying this guy is. What is he doing? He's just teleporting randomly. But I noticed that sometimes if like the bots are here, some monsters don't respawn. Maybe they have like a separate world like the Void where they kill monsters that we are unaware of. Because I swear I have no idea what they're hitting, but it feels like they're hitting something. Now, moving on, I submitted my quest and I got a bunch of experience and potions. Swear to God, these beginner quests from your job instructors are really good. Like, they give a lot of potions, and potions are so valuable right now since we're poor. Since we reached level 15 already, I decided to buy a new bow. So we now have the composite bow. +5 attack to our previous bow. Also, I want to show you guys something ridiculous. In order to upgrade our arrow for our bow, it takes like 300 bronze plate, 2,000 processed wood, and 9,900 stiff feather. What? Hello? And as far as I know, bronze arrows only add like 1 weapon attack. That's crazy. But I guess that's another goal we should have in mind to get like a bronze arrow. Anyhow, since we're level 15 now, we now had access to the free market where we can sell stuff. And the only thing I can sell right now are these puny ores. They're pretty much worth a lot, I guess. For this sapphire ore, we can sell this for like 4,000, 3,900 or whatever. I just need to sell them so that I have money for potions. As long as something gets sold, I'm very happy to sell all of these for money. So anyways, our next quest brought us here. We needed to kill a bunch of these ribbon eggs. Our next quest for the bow instructor was to kill 15 of these. So I was hoping that while I'm here, I can get a bunch of pig heads, because pig heads will be useful to sell at the auction house because they're, I think, worth 2k per piece right now. At the very least, if we get some pig heads, so we can get some money. Spoiler alert, I never gotten a single pig head on this quest. Anyways, we have killed the 15 ribbon pigs, so it's time to go back to our bow instructor.
Wait. Look at this. Look, I got a scroll.
Capo block 100%. I wonder how much this thing is. And now I continued my grind here before going back to the archer master or the archer instructor because I needed a bunch of these pig ribbons for another quest. I think I needed about 50 or 25 pieces of them, so I decided to grind here for a bit. The grind was very worth because checking the price on this Cape for Luck, we have earned ourselves 139,000 gold. Let's go. Yeah. Also, I got like one piece of big head, which earns me like 4,000 mesos. That's pretty good. Now that I'm done doing quests for the bow instructor, I now checked out the other quests that I can do. Honestly, there's a lot of them, and I plan on doing all of them. So for now, we're doing everything that's in Hennessy, which would be this, Maya and the weird medicine. So for stuff that's hard to gather, I just plan on buying them at the auction hall now that we're pretty rich with our 140k. Didn't mind spending my money on taxi since I'm feeling pretty rich. Went ahead and travel all over Victoria Island to grab a bunch of quests and also finish a bunch of quests. So I have a quest here in Perion where I need to kill like 50 pieces of stumps, and also a quest by Black Bull which needs me to collect like 33 and 50 pieces of firewood, which I don't think I can do right now because these dang trees are pretty tanky. So I mostly just ignored like the tanky versions of the trees. Well, I sometimes skill them if I feel like it. But anyways, our goal right now was just the stumps. 50 pieces of these stumps. For the firewood, I think I'll just continue the quest later on once we're a bit stronger. And after grinding here for a bit, I eventually reach 50 kills. For the reward, 600 experience, which gives us like 7%. I take it. It's good enough. I also found a shield called a stolen fence with a lot of defense on it. So I plan to sell it at the auction house, and I think it will sell for like 20k. That's like potion money. Sadly though, our scroll hasn't been sold yet, but it will eventually get sold. So I continued doing this because I was, broke. So everything matters to me right now. Every single penny is worth it. Also, I just decided to buy like firewood because I really can't deal with the monsters and I wanted the experience reward from the quest. So this is a shortcut since we also worked hard on getting the money to be able to purchase this. Question is, was it worth it though? I spent like 9k on this. And the reward is 600 experience points and a warrior shield. Moving on from everything on Perion, I then decided to go to Kerning City, where a bunch of quests also awaited me here. For this guy Icarus right here, he just had a bunch of like quizzes, which were pretty easy to answer. However, there was no reward. He was just bored and asked me a bunch of stuff. Next person that has a quest was Nella right here, who needed like Bubbling's bubble and some green mushroom cap. I thought that maybe I could just buy this from the auction hall, but at the same time, maybe I should just hunt this so I can get experience points. I know what you're thinking. I actually went here to buy some warrior pills, not the items needed for the quest. So these things will give us like 5 weapon attack for 10 minutes, and that's gonna be very useful because we're pretty weak. Yeah, this will surely boost our damage against monsters that are higher level than us. And so I started hunting the bubblings that I needed to kill in order to get the bubbles. I eventually reached level 17 here and maxed out my double shot. So the thing I need to do now was increase the attack range I have by leveling Eye of the Amazon. But we needed the Blessing of Amazon first. Honestly, these bubblings weren't hard to kill. The only problem I had here was they hurt a lot. So I've been using a lot of my beginner red potions here. And now after collecting the 50 bubbles, I then continued the other quests like Maya's weird medicine, which I needed to go to Lith Harbor. And other places because it was a chain quest, and I also pick up a bunch of random quests along the way. I then headed towards a Sleepywood as I needed to kill a bunch of the green mushrooms. Also, there was an elimination quest here where I needed to kill like 99 mushrooms. So this was a great place to start collecting the mushroom caps as well as finishing a quest which would reward us with some experience points. So I located the wanted poster so I can start killing the green mushrooms. With my max level double shot composite bow and a warrior pill, these guys weren't really a problem anymore. Honestly, the only problem here was their respawn points were pretty random and all over the place that I had to like jump up and down, and it's pretty much of a hassle that this entire map is not linear. It's gonna take a while for me to kill like 99 of them. So I decided to go to Perion instead, to the west side of Perion. I thought that there would be a lot of these green mushrooms there. I was wrong, but at the very least, it's like a horizontal or a linear map where I just need to go to left and right. So less jumping, more killing. But well, I didn't like this place after my 63rd mushroom kill, so I went back to Hennessy's. At the very least, I can also kill like weak monsters down here, so I don't need to consume a lot of potions as my beginner potions is already gone, but I still have my rewards of the orange, the white, and some red potions. While I was grinding here, I saw another one of those teleporting warriors. I swear to God, they all look the same. They even dress the same. Same freaking armor and the same name. Well, not really. I guess one of the guys weren't named like that. Still similar as the other ones. They just like teleport randomly, attack monsters randomly in like another world or something, but in a similar place. Because I swear, I don't see them attacking anything. But the moment that I see them on the map, monster respawn rates are very low for some reason. Or it's what I noticed. Anyways, let's ignore the bot and just enjoy the game. So yeah, we reach level 18 from killing all these random monsters and Hennessy Training Ground 1. And with this last green mushroom, it was now time to submit all the quests that I've done so far. For this one, I got a bunch of lemons and 1,600 XP, which was pretty good. Since the next quest required me to get like 5 screws, I then decided to go to the free market, and now that I see that my Keeper Luck has been sold, I am now 140,000 richer. So I guess I could just buy the screw that I needed so I don't need to craft it myself. Just happy that they're not expensive, like 1.4k each, that's good enough. Process wood as well, just around 1k each. And with this, we have received 100 pieces of cake and 1.8k experience. Swear to God, these quests are worth because we received potions for them. I continued buying off the items I needed for the quest at the auction house. This is really a good shortcut to finishing quests. It's amazing because people just mostly sell stuff that are widely killed but for like 100 mesos each. So this is very affordable once like you get lucky enough to get like a single scroll to sell. So I bought everything that I needed for my current quest. There is a limit, however, of only 20 transactions a day. So yeah, while doing this, I stopped playing for a day once my buy power is gone. And just wait for like the reset, which is every 24 hours. Alright, so finishing Nella's quest, I received like 2,000 experience points and a glove. That is not for archers. Wow. I don't like how random it is. I wish I could have chosen like a level 20 archer glove. For Luke's quest, he gave me like 3,000 experience points and an emerald. But look at my experience bar. 67% now from doing these quests. It's very fast. Elimination quest was the amazing one. It gave me 7,000 experience plus 50 white potions. I'm so happy to be doing these quests because on my warrior run, if you haven't checked it out yet, I'll link it in the description. My 24 hours as a warrior in Artale. So yeah, I mainly focus on grinding there. I never really thought of doing quests aside from the important ones, which gives like rolls. So yeah, since we don't have the amazing mobbing power of warriors and their weapon defense, I decided to do quests, and it's amazing. New type of fun to experience in an old school Maple story was doing quests. And after doing a really long chain quest from Maya, I receive a brown bamboo hat, 10,000 mesos, and 4,000 experience. Didn't really need a bamboo hat, but it has higher defense than my current level 10 archer hat, so I guess I'm keeping it. Then went to the Nautilus. Place had a lot of quests. Currently, I have one that requires me to give like, I think 50 ribbon pig. Also, Sharil right here, the Prince of the Whales, had a quest for a mana elixir, which I gave it to him. I earned about 800 experience, which is pretty decent. Another thing he wanted me to do was just touch the shiny stone right here, and he gave me another 800 experience worth. Yeah, okay, that was a very simple quest. Anyhow, for the 50 pieces of ribbons, it gave me like 2.6k experience points. Yeah, we're very close to reaching level 20. I already purchased like the level 20 bow. Also did this one quest where I needed to look for a sunglasses in the bushes. I just randomly clicked everywhere until like a text would pop up and ask me if I want to search the bush. Pretty annoying because it keeps giving me like miscellaneous glasses and not the glasses I needed for the quest. I eventually found the right one though, and I received 1.7,000 experience and 10 return scroll to Nautilus. I love quests. So helpful, so good. I then went to Ilinia because I had a quest here for the Winged Fairy. I received a bunch of blue potions and like 500 experience points. Good enough. Okay, so now that I actually finished all the available quests in Victoria Island, I had no choice but to grind. So I think the best way I can grind here is just to kill a bunch of these wild boars. Although they are level 25, I'm doing a pretty decent damage. That we have like a warrior potion with us, which gives us like +5 damage. I think that's good enough. Anyways, these guys give like a lot of experience points for our current level, so it's fine. We can reach level 20 soon enough. Before I reached my grind though, I decided to swipey my cardi and bought myself a junior reaper. I got tired of actually using my potions, so with a pet, we will now have autopots, meaning the pet will use the potions for you and no longer us. There's also another thing called a pet auto buff, but right now we don't really have any buffs, so it's pretty useless. But yeah, I'll be buying it once we reach a certain level where we have like a bow booster. After a long struggle without any mobbing ability, I eventually reached level 20. Let's go! I then went to the excavation site to continue my grinding and also to collect some quest items for certain quests. I needed just like 54 seedlings, 5 pieces of these wooden masks, and 5 pieces of stone masks. Also, I'm trying to get lucky here and get a scroll so we will have budget for like our next new gears. So these things called ghost stomps, they drop like 60% overall armor for dexterity, which is around 700k right now, I believe. So if we get lucky, then yeah, we have money. Sadly though, I wasn't very lucky, and I already collected like the amount of seedlings that I needed to finish the quest, so I didn't really need anything else to do there. And now that we have 5 stone masks, it was now time to submit our quest. I then tried looking for a good map that contained like some axe stumps, not the dark axe stumps, they're pretty tanky. I just needed like the plant fossils that these guys drop. I needed like 100 of them, and they're pretty rare. Like, what the hell? I think I'll reach level 30 if I try to look for 100 pieces. I don't know. I guess I'll just give up on this quest for now because it's too much work. Now I continued doing quests, buying all the quest items that I needed at the auction house. Also, I can't believe how expensive these slime bubbles are. Well, anyhow, at least our stolen fence got sold for 20k. So I did this quest called Mrs. Ming's Worry, which gave like 6,000 experience points, which leveled me up to 21. Let's go. I still needed a lot of stuff though, but I don't have the budget to buy like 20 pieces of pig heads, and I don't really want to grind at pigs. They don't really give that much experience anymore at my level, so yeah, it's a no-go. I instead went to Pia because she has a quest called Legend of the Snail. Also, Blue Mushroom quest. So yeah, there's a lot of quests going on here. Getting a lot of experience and stuff from doing all of this. One of the items I needed for the quest was a snail shell, but holy, the people selling snail shell in auction house is like 2k each. I mean, it's understandable because no one grinds on these snails. Who would? It's just one experience, I believe. So I just hunted it myself at Perion. There's a lot of them here. I only needed about like 10 pieces, so it shouldn't take long. I then spoke with Estelle here. She's one of the chain quests of Miss Ming's Worry, and I just needed some garnet for her. But garnet is actually really expensive in the game, and yeah, we don't have the money to buy this. I just decided to buy some ores because I believe that the one selling the garnet is overpriced, and I think the ores will be cheaper. I also bought some blue mushroom caps because I needed this for PS quest as well. So for the blue mushroom quest, I got 6,000 experience and a scroll. The helmet defense for 60, so it wasn't really much, but I may use this in the future if we want more weapon defense. Now it's time to fight our very first boss in the game, or do you call this a mini boss? Or a field boss actually. So this thing was a Mano. He is a boss that we need to kill in order to get an item called a rainbow shell, I believe. It's one of Pia's quests where we need to collect like 10 pieces of snail shells each. So now we just need this rainbow colored one. So this guy wasn't really that hard to defeat. I could easily heal up everything he tried to dish on my face with my cake. And after a while of trying my best, I eventually defeated him, and he dropped like a bronze mesos bag, and the rainbow colored snail shell we needed for the quest. So with the bag, I think gives like random from 5k to 10k. I don't know. Anyways, I got 6.6k mesos. I even considered like grinding here. I mean, killing mana per channel so we can just get the free mesos. Right, so the reward is like only 540 experience, but 60,000 mesos. The quest was worth it. We now have some extra money for potions and stuff. Now that we had extra cash, I then bought myself a battle bow. It has a fast attack speed. It's actually a really good bow. Also restocked some potions and bought like some scrolls for teleportation. This honestly made me kinda broke. All my money gone, but don't worry, we still have some mesos left. Anyhow, I went to Perion, crafted the garnet I needed for Estel's quest. So totally forgot to submit my seedling quest to Winston. Oh my god, 10,000 experience points. Wow, I'm level 22 now. My warrior was so inefficient, but my archer right now doing quests was so good. I'm getting a lot of stuff from quests. Must praise the auction hall for providing us ease of access to the materials we need for the quest. Now I decided to grind a bit on the axe stumps and dark axe stumps. I really wanted to get the plant fossils, the 100 pieces plant fossils. But I feel like it's really inefficient to do this quest right now as I don't really have that much damage. Especially against these stomps that are very tanky. But there's one thing good here though. If we grind here, we can get something called an ancient sap or sap of the ancient tree, was it? Which was worth like 35k each at the auction house. So we can get a few mesos for this. And after grinding to like 50%, I eventually got tired of grinding here as the plant fossils really drop slow. Like it's very rare. I hate it. Yeah, I don't really need to do this quest right now. But still, since our goal is to finish all the quests, we need to do this. For now, I resumed delivering the garnet to Estelle, which she then gave me 2,000 experience points, and continued the chain quest for Miss Ming. To the auction hall again as I needed a bunch more quest items. A quest named Runaway Alex rewarded me with 3.2k experience points. I then went to Sleepywood because I had a quest to kill some horny mushrooms. First though, I needed to locate where the wanted poster was before I kill these things. But yeah, on the way, I decided to just kill a few of them. Eventually found it, so it was now time to start the grind. There was also a wanted poster for doing the zombie mushroom kill quest, so I need to look for that as well. Took a while, but I found it to the next portal. So now, all we need to do was grind the heck out of this. Kill both the horny mushrooms and the zombie mushrooms. I am expecting a lot of reward because if you remember the 99 kill quest for the green mushrooms, the reward was amazing. I believe it was 10,000 experience points, so I wonder what these things would give. It was honestly really nice to grind because these things are populated down here, so I didn't have a hard time looking for the horny or the zombie mushrooms to kill. Eventually finished the zombie mushroom kill quest first because there was a lot of them here, and proceeded to grind the horny mushroom at the entrance of the ant tunnel where it was abundant right here. I didn't get anything rare while killing these 100 plus horny mushrooms and zombie mushrooms, but it was fine because I got a lot of mesos from them. They actually drop a pretty decent number of mesos, like 70 to 100 plus each.
It's time for the awaited moment, the rewards. 100 white potion, 9,000 experience. And for the zombie mushroom,
elixirs and 11,000 experience. It's really rewarding as potions are really expensive, so I'm very happy to receive these rewards, and I'm now at 95% because of these quests. I guess I don't have any more quests aside from the one that I need to do with Miss Ming, but I don't have the money to buy pig heads. So I guess it's time to grind again. These danger quests are 999 kill quests, and I don't want to do them. It's too much grinding. Totally forgot that I had an ongoing quest with Alex. And upon submitting the quest, I received 10,000 experience points. We're 24 now. Let's go. Also, he gave me like a red cross earrings, which we can wear at level 25, which would probably make us look cooler. Let's go. With no quests available, it's grinding time. So to the land of wild boars again. This grind honestly took a while because my damage was pretty bad. I really wish I had a bomb arrow right now, but we'll have it once we're a hunter. And a few minutes later, we have reached level 25, and hopefully we have a lot of new quests piled up. Also, just look at my damage with the battle bow. I'm pretty strong now. Now that we also have a higher level critical shot, I've been critting frequently. Yeah, these numbers are making me happy as our character progresses. And just look at the available quests we have now. We have a lot to do. Let's go. What I'm excited for is Jane and the Wild Boar, as the reward for this is a random 60% scroll. I'm hoping to get something expensive so I can sell it and get some money. I did a quest for Winston right here, which only required like 5 pieces of wood and stone mask, and it gave me 7,000 experience points, which was really great. Honestly, that was a lot. Also, I pick up an elimination quest for him. Needed to kill like 200 wooden masks and 300 of the stone masks. I guess I'll be grinding there later just to finish that quest. You remember that I grinded at the dark stumps, right? I actually got one of the ancient saps. So hey, we have some budgets for potion, even if it's only like 32k. So looking at scrolls, I got a spear for attack 10%. I saw that one was selling it for only 9k, so I immediately bought it because I can resell it. I guess I got really lucky there. Anyways, I got 2 scroll for spear attack 10% now, which I can sell for about 119,000 each. But let's make it cheaper so that it can get sold faster. Anyways, it's time to shop for the new quest items that we will need for the next quest. I also bought myself some new gears like the blue bamboo hat and a dark savata with +3 dex. Why my bamboo hat is blue? Because the green one is 100k and the blue is only 12k. Of course, I chose the cheaper option. I'll just put less strength. Anyways, just look at this reward. 14,000 experience points. Crazy. Other item she wanted was a pure water, but I didn't have any more buying power at the auction hall, so I had to go to Sleepywood using a scroll. Bought 1 piece of the pure water. Was it worth the effort? Hell yeah, 14,000 experience points. We're now at 76%. Then submitted a quest to this guy called Calico for 10 pieces of evil eye tail, and I got 12,000 experience points, which I leveled up. There's also a quest from the whale at the bottom floor, which I just needed to grab a pearl somewhere in the ship, which rewarded me 14,000 experience points. The quest in Nautilus is amazing. Oh my god. Anyhow, moment of truth for our future money stock. Jane and the Wild Boar. Let's see what kind of scroll we get. Claw is the best. Hopefully we got the claw. Why is it a bow attack scroll? And I went to Kerning to pick up a quest for Jane Doe. So we need to kill like a couple of wild boars in order to get glass pieces for this person. Also, the price for the scroll for bow for attack 60% is only about 120k. So I sold mine for like 118k so I can get sold faster. Anyways, it was time to grind at the wild boar again. And the damage, my damage is now pretty amazing compared to when we started here at level 19. I can feel like this wasn't gonna be a problem to grind at. So we'll be staying here until we get like 20 pieces of the broken mirror glass. We need to finish this quest as it rewards us with a lot of experience points plus a cape level 25 which has like weapon defense that will help us save money on potions. And I'm gonna scroll like a cape for defense on it since cape for defense scrolls are pretty cheap and it will really help a lot on our budget if monsters don't do a lot of damage to us. Pretty happy that there are dark wooden stumps here because these guys drop like the sap of the ancient tree, which means we will have potion money if ever they drop us some. I had to stop the grind though because I ran out of mana pot. So my wallet's about to cry. I used most of my money to purchase mana pots. I have like 500 right now, but my mesos is like 7k left. Oh look, I got my money from the skull I got from Jane and the Wild Boar. So it's time for shopping on level 30 gears. Just wanted to see if there's anything I can afford that's pretty decent stat. Totally forgot that I'm on my daily purchase limit, so it's time to go to bed. Anyhow, with the money obtained, I purchased even more potions. I just made sure that I won't be running out of any potions anytime soon, so I can just continue the grind. I eventually got enough of the broken mirror glass. Now it's time to go back to Kerning City. And by finishing the quest, I leveled up to 27. Let's go. I also have the cape now. Alright, so it was now time to do the elimination quest. So about 200 of these wooden masks and 300 rocky masks. I'm also hoping to get lucky with some scrolls so I can have some money. And there it is. Our lucky kill. We got a scroll. And it's a 60% cape for in. I immediately went to the auction house and I see that my spear has been sold. So we now have some money for gears and potions. Also for the cape for int, I'm checking the price and it's around 290k. So yeah, we're good on money for a while. I eventually reached level 28 and 5 more left on the Raki mask and we'll be done here. The rewards on this quest? Just look at this. 16,000 experience points. And a scroll for shoes for speed 60%. And I believe it's around 100k or something. Anyways, we got like 23% out of that. It's pretty nice. Anyways, I decided to grind at the fire boars and the dark axe stump at East Rocky Mountain 6. because I didn't really have any more interesting quests to do. Just needed like the Arwen's glass shoe, and once we find it, we leave this place. Or keep grinding till like level 30 or something. This grind honestly took a while, but now we're level 29. Just one more level and we'll become a hunter. Now that my auction hall or the buying power has reset, it's time to resume the quest that needs like a bunch of random quest items. Some quests didn't really have a lot of experience reward, but the potion rewards are pretty good. Continued finishing a bunch of quests by Nilla. The reward experience is very low though, but it's okay. We got a bunch of items from her anyways. Also did Arwen and the glass shoe. I totally forgot that this thing was a daily quest. And now the reward was 8,000 experience points, and that's awesome. And then we have this quest right here for Mrs. Ming Ming, which reward that was 2,400 experience. Now we're halfway towards level 30. Let's go. So if you didn't know, the pig head ribbon is a lot of money. Anyways, I then use a VIP taxi to get here where the evil eyes were. There was a wanted quest that I wanted to do. So now we gotta grind here until we kill like 99 of them. And with this last one, we have finished the quest. So it's now time to submit it and hope that we will gain a level. So for the rewards, it's 100 pieces of mana elixir and 12,000 experience points. 20 more percent. So yeah, we have only like one quest left called A Way to Fight Off Sleep. It's either I do that or just continue grinding. Well, since I was at Sleepywood anyways, I decided to just pay the guy a visit. Only like 3,400 experience though, so I didn't gain a level. So I decided to just grind here until like we reach level 30. And after a while of grinding, we reach level 30. Let's go. So I went to the bow instructor and she told me to meet someone to the road to the dungeon. So this person said we need to kill a couple of monsters here in order to obtain something called a dark marble. And we need like 30 pieces of this in order to prove to them that we are worth promoting to a hunter. After collecting about 30 marbles, I got the proof of our hero and then promoted myself to a hunter. Let's go. And for the very first kill that I distributed to, Arrow Bomb, of course. Wait, actually, I haven't spent like a couple of points on first. I'm not really sure what to place anymore. I don't really need accuracy since I'm a dex build, but I guess I'll place like 9 points on focus or something. All right, now that we're level 30, I then accepted a quest by Mr. Wet Bottom right here. It's a chain quest that will enable us to get the sauna robe. I also had a couple of quests at Nautilus, which I did. This guy right here also has a quest for us. This lady right here who had a quest for us. So yeah, I gave her like the 50 solid horns I bought from the auction hall, and I got like 28,000 experience, which gave us like 29%. And this quest right here gave us like 24,000 experience points, 14,000 and a fame. Assuming the wet bottom quest, we got 10,000 experience points from this arena's Onagi. After getting all the pieces together, I got rewarded with 17,000 experience. We're actually skipping a level by doing all these quests. Lastly, back to Mr. Wet Bottom, where we got a blue sauna robe and 10,000 experience points. Haha, now we have 3 points on our bow mastery. I then decided to go to the auction hall and sell a bunch of the items that we've recently gotten. I didn't think that these ribbon pig hats were pretty expensive. Clean one was about 880k, so we have a lot of money going for us. If you ever plan on playing Maple Story, do quest. I also sold my clean blue sauna robe. It usually goes for like 350k, but I sold mine at 300k. I'm currently wearing the blue sauna robe with Dex on it. I grabbed the sauna robe I had on my warrior, which I don't use anymore. Come on, let me just save money from buying like 100% overall Dex. So it's just a +9 Dex sauna robe, which I bought like 200k on my warrior. It was sold at the auction hall for some reason for only 200k. I mean, it's understandable. It's only +9 Dex and not +10. I also sold my shoes for speed for like 125k. So yeah, we're pretty rich soon. Now I got a warp card from one of the rewards, the quest here in Nautilus. Using this machine right here, I can go straight to Omega Sector. I had some quests here to do, so yeah, that's why I'm here. I picked up a bunch of quests here, but I feel like it's too high level for me right now. I mean, the monster here or the aliens here are like around more than level 41 and above. So I'll have a pretty bad time here if I decided to grind here or something. Yep, a pretty bad time indeed. I'm doing my best here, but my damage is just
so small. I made use of my bomba arrow though, as it pushes them back and stuns them, so it's pretty helpful. I just needed like 20 tentacles and 1 rip travel ticket. Since this is a fairly new map in Artale, there's no one really selling the materials of these Mateons. And no one really grinds here frequently, so they're selling it really expensive, like maybe 800 mesos on each. So I didn't want to spend money, so I just tried to grind here. They also drop like 60% attack club, so I think it's fine. I should maybe go to another area first because these guys are too tough for me right now. But I persisted though. I tried killing them until I received like about 20 tentacles. My strategy was to just spam my bomb arrow and I eventually like mob all of them in a line until they hit a wall or something. So this was a pretty nice strategy. Anyhow, I continued my Omega Sector quest. Now it's just a delivery quest. Also, I didn't finish the one that required like the rip ticket because it was pretty rare and I didn't want to kill any more Mathions. It was hard. Also, I got this as a reward. Command Center Warp Capsule. Awesome. The Meso reward and the experience is pretty worth like all the hassle of like traveling back and forth towards the NPCs. Now that the Omega Sector quest wanted me to go up to like Ludibrium, there were a bunch of the scrolls sold at the free market, so it was easy to go up. We also had a lot of quests here, so Ludibrium is gonna be our camp for now. We'll be staying here until we finish everything. I'm gonna go back and forth to Omega Sector and Ludibrium. So I picked up a couple of quests. One required me to kill like 50 of these rats. It wasn't hard to do this since almost all the rats are grouped together. So I had an easy time dealing with this. Also had to kill a bunch of these tricksters. It's really fun to kill them because they stay in place and like I can easily arrow bomb all of them and they die pretty fast. One of my quests in Omega Sector required me to kill a bunch of these Drummy Bunny. And I needed to get something called a dull crystal. And oh my god, the drop rate is so bad. It rarely drops it. So I need to stay here for a long time. I stayed here for a while, even reached like 70% from 46%. But I only managed to get like 5 dull crystal. I'll give up on this for now and just resume the quest I have on Ludibrium. I'll eventually need to kill a bunch of these drumming buddies anyway. So we'll wait for that quest. As for the rewards, it wasn't much, but the potions though, 50 pieces of blue and orange pills. Anyways, it's worth doing this quest because the end of this quest line, you'll get rewarded with either a 10 or 60% glove for attack. I also grab a quest from this guy called Manager Carl, and I need to take a picture of all the roly-polies in Eel's Tower, and I think there's like more than 10 of them. It's gonna be a really long quest, but yeah, we need to descend the tower anyways. Rewards for killing those spiders is like 11k experience points. I take it. We're now at 85%. I also got another quest to exterminate a bunch of rats because I need something called a savory cheese. And oh my god, I don't know why, but the drop rates on quest items is so rare. I don't even understand why. So it took me a while to actually collect all the cheese. I eventually reached level 32 from killing all these rats. Same as the previous one, the experience wasn't high, but I did get 50 pills of white and mana elixir. So the only remaining quest I had now was to collect a bunch of the savory cheese. And I swear to god, it's really rare. It made me grind here though. I ended up being 42% before I completed the quest. The reward was good though. I got like 8.4k experience and hamburgers. Hamburgers are better than white potions, so we have a free potion. Also, because I completed that thing, I now had completed a bunch of the chain quests that she has, which I bought a bunch of at the auction house for its requirements. It's a lot considering that there's like a chain quest on it, and I reach about 67%. I then completed a quest called The Lost Guard, where you can obtain like the rock scrolls to use the stones so you can easily go from the 100th floor to the first floor. So this thing is gonna be very useful, and you can also just buy this at the auction house. Anyways, I grinded at the black rats because I needed 20 pieces of the tasty walnut. Similar to the cheese, it's a really rare drop for this quest item. So from 75% up to like I leveled up to level 33, I only got like 3 pieces of the tasty walnut. You can see how rare this thing is. So I continued the grind, and 16% later, I have finished the quest. Receive a free boots and also 8,000 experience points. I also did a random quest which I needed to find a pendulum out of these houses. Reward was also nice, about 12,000k experience and 100 blue pills. I then went back to the outer parts of the Eos Tower where the drumming rabbits were. So I needed to kill about 25 of these propellies. Honestly, this place was pretty good. Just look at the amount of propellies I can kill here. It's like they're grouped together per floor. So it's a really nice leveling spot if you think about it. Anyways, I moved on to a different place where I saw a bunch of drummy bunnies that spawn here. So it was finally time to grind on those dull crystals. I managed to reach like 96% before I completed the entire thing. As for the reward, we got like 7.6k experience and 26k mesos. So now that I have like 12 bow mastery, I'm doing pretty decent damage to the Matians now. It's not that strong, but at the very least, I'm not struggling like I was before. Anyways, I did a chain quest for this General Maestro right here. I talked to someone called Alien Gray, and now he wants me to hunt 30 more of those dull crystals. Oh my god. Oh well, I'll do it later. I have no choice on this matter. Anyways, right now, my quest at the moment that I'm focusing on is called The Man in the Black Suit. It was a quest at Ludi for a girl who has lost her memories. I need to kill a bunch of these Matians. They drop like a piece of memory and I need like 5 pieces of them. Honestly, Bomb Arrow is very fun. I can gather like a lot of mobs like this. Even if my damage is cute, it doesn't matter to me. They get pushed back. They like gather more mobs for me to hit my bombs arrow with. There are 2 things I want here. One would be the RIP travel ticket and the other would be the piece of memory. It didn't take long for me to get the RIP travel ticket as I was killing these Matians. The reward was a RIP travel ticket number 2, which I need to deliver to someone at Ludibrium. No experience points or other items, just that. So I continued hunting the piece of memory until I finally had 5 of them. And since I was on my way to the rabbits, I decided to kill the tweeters that I needed to kill for a quest on someone at Ludibrium. These things were pretty tanky, but yeah, I only needed to kill like 25 and we're done. Upon visiting the auction hall, I now have more money because of the Ribbon Pig headband. With our budget right now, I then went shopping for a bunch of new gears. Specifically, ones with a lot of decks in it that are cheap because I didn't want to spend that much money since I'm leveling up anyways. I also bought myself a good red Viper. I'm gonna be scrolling it myself, so I'm just gonna buy a clean one. Also bought a lot of bow for attack, about 7 pieces. My money from 1.8M is now like almost gone. I then submitted my completed quest and here we got like 4.5k experience and a helmet for death. I then had a quest which required me to do a jump quest by Mr. Assistant Cheng right here. But let me tell you guys, I'm really bad at jumping in this game. Like as you can see here, I'm already struggling. And then they're like moving conveyor belts. So it's gonna be hard. I need to get like 10 mechanical parts in this map. And yeah, there's a lot of obstacles along the way. So if ever I fall even once, we need to repeat everything from scratch. But thankfully though, look, I already made a mistake. I already failed this. Or I can just go back or something. But anyways, thankfully though, the items don't disappear. I'm not really sure if it would disappear normally, but it doesn't disappear here. So I can just do this again and again and I only get like the 2 first bucket. Because going to the next bucket is pretty hard. I can keep restarting this until like I get 10 mechanical parts in total. I eventually finished the quest and the reward was pretty good. It's like a scroll for jump 60%. And those things, or these things, are pretty expensive. Yeah. The lowest price I saw at AH is like 1 million. So we earned like 1 million for doing that jump quest. Definitely worth it. For my next quest, it's this guy right here called Grandpa Clock at the Lost Time. So he needs me to kill a bunch of TikTok in order to get the all-purpose clock spring. It didn't actually take long. After killing like, I don't know, this is the 3rd one I think. I already got the clock thingy. But still, I wanted to kill everything here since they're perfectly aligned. I just continued killing these TikToks. The reward was only like 8,000 experience though, but it's good enough. It didn't really take long after all. And after going back to the guard who wanted me to visit the old man clock, he then rewarded me with a bunch of options for 60% scroll. And obviously I picked the claw because it's the most expensive one. So yeah, we got like 469k for this. My next agenda involves visiting all the roly-polies in the tower. So starting from floor 100, I go down to like floor 3rd. Speaking with each roly-poly, they gave me like 2,000 or 1,500 experience each. But before I finish the mission though, I decided to grind at the drumming bunnies again. I needed like 30 pieces of the dull crystals. I then leveled up to 35 and the dull crystal count is 5 over 30. I swear to god, this thing is really rare. Now that we're 35, it's scrolling time for our red viper. All in all, I just got to like +4, but I'm very happy with the result. At the very least, 4 went in. With the red viper on hand and more on our bow mastery, I felt really powerful now. Just look at the bunnies dying to my bombs. Also, the red viper has an attack rating of fast. The other bows are mostly normal, so this weapon is a pretty good bow. So I'll be sticking with this until I get to level 50 where I can change it to an Olympus, I believe. That's the level 50 bow. I eventually gave up on this because it's too dang long. So I think I'll just come back here once I'm done with the other quest. So I continued speaking with all the roly-polies I've encountered while descending the tower. Also finish up some quests in Omega Sector that I had to do at Ludibrium. So I both have a capsule or a warp capsule towards Ludi and Omega Sector now. So I just need to teleport in between if I have a quest. There was a quest here in Omega Sector that you only need to give this guy Huni a pain reliever and he will give you like, just look at this. He gives you like 3 scroll of speed for 60% on shoes and 13k experience. And I think the shoes for speed was around 150k each. This is amazing. Instantly for 50k. I was wrong. It was actually 188k each. Easy money. Just do quest. Also got a few more capsules by finishing quest by Dr. Kim right here. Also finished a quest by Churi right here to find Dogon's HQ, which was around, I believe, Boswell Field area. Anyways, the reward was pretty good. We got a cat's eye, but more importantly, the experience, which was around 18k. Now that I was 35, there were more available quests for us at Ludibrium. So I went back there and killed a few rats now. Not rats, but rats. I got around 16,000 experience points and 100 mana elixir pills. I then continued my hunt for the drumming bunnies. I eventually reached level 36, trying to get like 30 dull crystals here. Currently, we have 17, so yeah, halfway there. This honestly took a while, but finally, we have 30 dull crystals, and I managed to reach like 40% from 0 on level 36 here. Also snag one Blocktopus key. It's one of my quests in Omega Sector. I then killed a bunch of golems as it was one of my quests in Ludibrium. The guard who will give us like 60% GFA once we have, I believe, do the quest that he gives after finishing all this chain, but we need to be level 40 for that. The Blocktopus quest, I got 50 mana elixir pill and like 8,000 experience. I sold like 2 gun for attack 60% scroll that I got from the drumming bunnies. It's only for 82k each though, so well, it's still money, so all good. For the rewards, I got like 11,000 experience and an overall scroll for Dex 60%. And these things are expensive, so more money for us. Currently, the market value is around 930,000, so that's still a lot of money. I then went back to Ludibrium and submitted my quest of defeating the block golems and got myself a 60% attack scroll for a gun and 14,000 experience points. I then went back to Crossroads of Time towards the Lost Time to talk to Grandpa Clock, which gave me a quest to defeat like 80 ticks. I honestly love how there's a lot of mobs per platform, so it's really easy to like group them up with my arrow bomb. Anyways, completing the quest earned me about 14,000 experience points. And upon checking the auction house, I have sold both my overall armor and my shoes for speed. So now look at our money. We have 3 million right now. I then grinded a bit at Robos and Master Robos because no one was selling like cheap batteries in the auction house for a cheap price. They were selling it for like 1k each, and I'd rather like hunt them myself than buy it for 1k each. I earned about 19,000 experience points from this quest and I leveled up to 37. I was pretty happy to find out that there was a quest regarding the drum bunnies, so I just needed to submit the drum toys that I've collected so far, and he gave me a bunch of mesos, experience, and even a helmet. Total experience I got here was around 30k, so it's pretty good. All that effort on the drum bunnies rewarded us with another quest.
Another roly-poly then requested me to kill a bunch of King Bull Octopus and get their plastic crowns. It wasn't really a hard quest as we are kinda strong now, being 37 with a lot of mastery points. Got rewarded with an archer glove and 17,000 experience points. And since I didn't have any more quests at Ludibrium and Omega Sector, I decided to go back to Victoria Island to do a bunch of quests here. There were a lot of quests that opened up for me because I haven't been here since level 30 because I straight up went to Omega Sector. So I bought a bunch of cursed doll because Rowan here has a quest of like collecting like cursed dolls. This is basically a level skip because the amount of experience that this gives is a lot, and it's like a 5 chain quest. So you just keep like giving her cursed dolls and she will keep giving you experience points. And because of this, I leveled up to 38. Let's go. And also an additional one for the last one, I earned myself a new helmet. Also 60k experience points. Let's go. 25% already at level 38. I then sold my clean old raggedy cape for 800k. I didn't know this thing would go high like this. I also have a 10% cape for luck, so I sold it for like 249k. For my next quest, I had to gather like 100 of these dry branches. In order to get the dry branch, I can just kill every random stumps that exists. So I can do this along with the plant fossil that I needed. Finally, time to hunt those axe stumps that I held off hunting. So I trained here in an area inside one of the doors at the land of the wild boars. So there was an abundance of dark axe stump, and like the dark stump here. So this was the perfect place for me to gather the plant fossils and also the dry branches. After collecting like 100 dry branches, I stopped collecting the plant fossils for now. I'll come back for it again once I feel like I want to. Because honestly, it's so inefficient to like try to collect these plant fossils and animal fossils. Oh my god, that's we just saw a hacker, I think. It's like, you saw the magic claw, right? And then the character disappeared. So I guess it's one of those things where if you go into the map and then like I guess the bot detects a player in the map, it will just randomly maybe disconnect itself or transfer to another channel. Damn, it's crazy what they can do now. Finishing the quest, I only received like 7,000 experience points. But the following quest after this is to defeat a mini-boss or a field boss called Stumpy. So this thing was Stumpy. He wasn't really that tanky, and his damage wasn't also that high. So I'm pretty sure I can handle this easily. And a couple more hits in, I have defeated Stumpy, and he dropped a couple of meso bags. I stayed at this map for a while though because I wanted to farm the plant fossils that I'm missing. And so with this last one, we have finally collected 100 plant fossils. I'm not sure when I'll get the motivation to kill green mushrooms in order to obtain the animal fossils, but we'll eventually get there. Anyways, the reward for defeating Stumpy was like 87,000 experience points and also 5 frame. And with this, we have leveled up to level 39. Let's go! I now have a bow booster of level 6 and everything else will now go to our arrow bomb. For my next agenda, I had to go to the ant tunnel to get this quest of obtaining like some junior boogie horns. Honestly, I struggle a lot with this because even if I'm a bowman, I actually miss a lot. So I have to use my focus skill, which gives an additional like 9 focus. Or I mean 9 accuracy. Did not think this was very helpful because now I can hit them. For the rewards, I got about 12,000 experience points. It's not that great, but good enough. Next up, I killed a bunch of cursed eyes. I had an elimination quest of 99 of them. Also, I was trying to get lucky here and get like the deed of Black Bull's house. It's one of my quests in Perion. If I'm not lucky enough to get one by 99 kills, then I'll just leave here and just buy one at the auction house. Yeah, it's just 88k. I'm pretty rich because of all the quests we've did so far. And all the items we've looted on our journey. For the rewards, I got like 14,000 experience points and 60% attack scroll for Knuckle. And I swear to god, Nautilus quests are amazing. Just look at this 48,000 experience points by just submitting like Cursed Eye Tails. That's amazing. We're now like 48%. Also did a quest for Icarus and I received like 16,000 experience points. I had to kill a bunch of alligators because Icarus wanted me to get like alligator skin pouches, and they don't sell at auction houses since this is categorized as a quest item. It can only be dropped once you have the quest. I guess the only thing I can buy at the auction house is the tablecloth. And because I don't have any more buying power, I decided to just, not do it for now. I didn't want to go and grind at junior rates, but maybe I should have because these golems are so tanky. But I'm doing my best here because I needed to collect like 100 more pieces of the stone golem rubble in order to finish Black Bull's quest of building a new house. This was honestly a struggle because my arrow bomb was still low level. And also, I didn't really have a lot of damage for these golems. But still, the AoE is amazing. I'm able to like hit multiple of them in one area. So I'll just, struggle here until like I get 100 rubble. The experience though was pretty great. And I managed to reach level 40. Let's go! I eventually managed to collect the 100 stone rubbles I needed here at the stone golem, and I can't wait to finish all my quests so I can just mindlessly grind here in the future and we'll be stronger by then. We will clear this area very fast with our arrow bombs. This quest reward for Black Bull is amazing. You can choose what 10% scroll you want. So of course, I'm picking the claw. Also, he rewards us like 40,000 experience points. With that quest alone, we have earned more than a million. 1.7 million to be exact. Let's go! I then went to Florida Beach because I know there's a quest here. I already bought all the items I needed at the auction house. All I need to do was submit them to this person. It wasn't really a lot, but I did manage to get a few percentage on my experience bar. Alright, so the only quest remaining now for us in Victoria Island is Jane the Alchemist and Strange Dish 3. Anyways, I did a little shopping, got myself a 5-statted boots with 5 slot. I'm probably gonna try scrolling like some 10% on this in hopes that it will succeed. Also, since we now have a bow booster, I then swipey to buy the pet auto skill. So my pet will now auto buff me with my focus skill and my bow booster skill. We have the convenience of not thinking about those skills anymore because it will automatically buff us now. Alright, so Jane and the Alchemist. It's time to submit all our quest items to her and see what kind of scroll we get. Is it the 10% or is it the 60%? I'm hoping for the 60% so I can scroll my gloves. Sadly, we got the 10%, but I can always just sell this and buy like 60%. I then went to the Nautilus, did another one of those strange dish quests, and this one gave me like 72,000 experience points. Amazing. Anyways, with that, we have finished all the quests in Victoria Island aside from the 999 kill quest and the daily Arwen glass shoes. I actually forgot to submit my quest to Icarus. So by finishing this one, I got like 22,000 experience points. And with that, we have officially finished all Victoria Island quests. So all we need to do now was head back to Ludus Lake or Ludibrium. I have so many quests now that I reached like level 40. So there's a bunch of things to do there. Also, I'm gonna do Ludibrium PQ since I want the +10 stat glasses. After we have finished all the quests, I'll do PQ till like we've did like a 15 run so we can get the glasses. Easily went to Ludibrium because I have like 2 extra warp cards. So I just went straight to Omega Sector, and since I have a couple of quests here, I will stay here for a bit. There was actually this quest that required you to collect 100 Mateon tentacles, then 200, then 400, then 600, then 1000. I feel like I really don't want to grind at Mateons, so I'll just wait when someone has like a lot of those tentacles and buy them at the auction hall. For now, since 100 was doable, I just collected like 100 and I'm done with it. If you remember, we previously had a quest to eliminate like TikToks and Hicks. I easily finished this quest by the Pink Meso Ranger and got like 19,000 experience points. For the second quest though, I need to hunt the special batteries back at Ludibrium, so I need to come back here later again once I've collected the materials that she needs. Now I continued my quest for Dr. Kim, which I needed to eliminate like 5 Machine MT-09, which was this tanky thing right here, level 54. Also deals a pretty decent damage, so I just need to be like careful.
Specifically, I just need to go close to its face so his projectile attack doesn't hit me. For the Mateon Tentacle quest, what I received was just some holy water and nothing else. No experience at all. Kinda sad with this. So yeah, like I said, the next thing is to collect like 200 pieces of those tentacles. And I don't want to do them right now. For Dr. Kim's reward, it was 18,000 experience point and an earring called Blue Moon. Next, it was very convenient that I had a Mateon elimination quest. So I happily did this because, yeah, I needed the tentacles. The reward was 40k mesos and 10,000 experience points. So yeah, these quests actually gives a lot of money as well. And for our next agenda, it was time to eliminate the Plateons, the one with the UFOs. I of course happily partake because there's a chance that these guys will drop us like a 60% glove for attack. The rewards, I got like 50 orange juice and 11,000 experience points. Next, we had to kill about 150 Plateon and then get like 120 laser guns from these Mechatheon, I mean. So yeah, I really like farming here because they're like grouped together like this. It's so fun to just spam my bomb arrows like this, then group them up so I can like kill out all of them in one go. So excited to max my arrow bomb. I just want to see how much big damage I can do. Upon completing the quest, I got a free glove and also 12,000 experience points. Then went to the auction hall, saw that my claw for attack scroll has been sold, and I now have a whopping 6.5 million. And so I decided to spend all my money to buy gloves for attack. I wanted to scroll my 4 dexterity gloves in hopes that I can get more than 8 attack. But I'm dreaming big here, but I'm still hoping that I can get that much. For my first attempt on this +4 dex glove, it succeeded. Let's go! So I'm gonna send it all in. So I just close my eyes, drag all the scrolls to the gloves, and hope for the best. You can hear the sound on this recording though, but when I did this, I turned off my speaker. I'm so sad it's only 4 attack, but we still have 1 available slot. And we have that quest that we can get like gloves for attack scroll. So we'll be doing that and scroll this for the last time. Anyways, our next quest that will give us the scroll would be to defeat the Rombot. But first, I had to kill a bunch of these block golems because I needed their yellow toy block and blue toy block. I think this was a quest from one of the roly-polies. Once I was done, it was finally time to face the Rombot. So this thing was pretty tanky, but it was not impossible to kill this thing fast. As you can see, yeah, I'm pretty strong now. For the toy block quest, I got like 18,000 experience point as well as a free cape. These things aren't really expensive. I can easily just sell this to the NPC. Anyways, moment of truth. I hope we get the 60% glove for attack. And we did. Also, I gained a level. I'm level 42 now. I immediately got excited and it's time to scroll the last scroll on our glove. Hopefully we get +6 weapon attack. If not, I'm gonna cry because I wasted and destroyed this glove. Actually, no, I wasted money because I purchased a bunch of these scrolls. Anyways, oh yes, it succeeded. We now have a 6 weapon attack glove. Let's go. This is good enough. I then sold the 10% glove for attack. Actually, it should have been better if we got all gloves attack for 10% so we can have like sold them at free market for 1.8 million. Because the 60% was only around like 1.3 million. Anyways, I decided to head over back to Victoria. Now that I was 42, I wanted to finish the Icarus quest so I can see what kind of cape that I will get. So using a teleport rock, I teleported back to Victoria Island. This is more convenient than riding the boat. It's only like 90k. Anyhow, I needed to get the flying pill. So first, we did a quest for Wings and Elenia to collect a bunch of these witchgrass. And after finishing the quest, I then received the flying pill. And the moment of truth. Hopefully we get the speed cape. It's worth like 10 million for a clean one. And drum roll. Let's see here. Dang. Yeah, we're really unlucky. Anyways, it's fine because it seems like a clean avoidability Icarus cape was around 1.7 million. So we still earned a bunch of money from doing this quest. It was now time to do the most tedious task I've ever done on this run. Join a party to do Ludibrium PQ. Because looking for a party, finding an empty channel so we can do this is very tedious. But anyways, I just need to do this like 15 times and we'll have like the +1 all stat glasses. How this works is you work together as a party, collect a bunch of passes so you can proceed to the next area, do like a couple of puzzles. So this thing right here, there's actually a bunch of random styles in doing this for faster thingy. Currently, we're doing something called GMS, but there's JMS, KMS, alternating, you name it. Honestly, I never really experienced this back then, but yeah. And in the end, we needed to defeat this boss called Alishar. And we will have beaten this party quest after defeating this guy. And we have earned one of the keys that is needed to make the glasses. And we need around like 15 of them. So yeah, like I said, we need to do this 15 times. The experience gained here though is amazing. But yeah, the inconvenience of looking for a party and then looking for an empty channel is just so bad. But the rewards are also great though. Sometimes gives you like a random weapon attack scroll, or sometimes it gives you something like the mana elixir. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. I've only managed to complete like 9 PQs and our 24 hours is already up. So yeah, don't forget to click that like and subscribe button. I'm surely gonna continue this series. I'm maining the Bowman now. So once again, thank you for watching. Bye now.